welcome to Instant Pot with Poonam. Today's a special day because we actually took a suggestion from a fellow mompreneur. So it's one of our friends that actually started her own business for Indian maternity wear called Janam, and also two-step sari. So it's two different parts of her company. But if I was pregnant, I would totally buy all her clothes. I wish she was out when I was pregnant with both of mine because I would have bought Indian breastfeeding blouses. So that's a great idea. But she reached out to us and she was experimenting with her Instant Pot and reached out and said, why don't you guys make this dish? So we took it on, we tested it in the test kitchen, we created it, and we're now gonna share it. So it's actually a traditional Gujarati dish. It's called Ravaiya, or in English translation, it's stuffed eggplant. So we're gonna kind of go through the steps on this, but this is actually a really good thing if you're trying to impress your elder guests or your mother-in-law or your mom and dad. This is a really good one to surprise them with. So let's go through the steps and we'll kind of, in our ingredients, and we'll kind of show you what you need. Remember, you'll always find the amounts and what ingredients you need on our website. So make sure you click the link below our video so it takes you there. So let's get started. In here we have garam masala, we have cumin, crushed cumin, urad or turmeric, and dried dharna or dried cilantro. We also have garlic, ginger, green chilies, ground up, onions. We have some shredded coconut that is not sweetened, sesame seeds, and then we have cilantro. We have, this is called lilua, but in translation it would be a flat bean, salt and sugar, oil, a little bit later, baby eggplants or Indian eggplant, and some peeled potatoes, as well as asafoetida and water. And we'll kind of get through these steps and show you how you're gonna incorporate all these different ingredients in your dish. Again, I remember growing up and my mom would always take the time to like stuff each one and cook it in the pressure cooker, and it just take forever. So this is kind of a really fast process, and we hope that you guys actually do try it. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna mix the seasonings to make the stuffing for your eggplants and your potatoes. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna do for that. So you're gonna have a fork, or some people use their hand. We're gonna use a fork today. But you're gonna throw everything in. This coconut and sesame seed, and then your onions, and your lilua, and cilantro. Perfect. Now what you're gonna do is just mix it up all really nice so that the flavors kind of spread through and the seasonings get through the onions and the lilua too. And then we'll come back and start stuffing our eggplants and potatoes. Well, in the process of me using my fork, I dropped it on the ground. So I resorted to my hand, and now it's really good and mixed up, so you can really smell the ginger and garlic too, and it smells really good. So the next step is you're gonna take your eggplant, and again, you may not be perfect at this, and I'm not always perfect at this, but you can start stuffing your eggplant, and if it breaks, it's okay. But you're gonna try to put as much in there as you can so that the flavors can go through the eggplant. And we'll stuff it as best we can, and then when we put it in the Instant Pot, we can also add some stuffing as well. So we're gonna put that one there. And then you're gonna move on to your potatoes. Potatoes are a little bit harder. So if I can stuff it, I will. If I can't, I'm gonna cut it in half and put it in the pot, and we'll put the stuffing on top and cook it. So don't get too stressed out if it's not gonna work. Some of it's gonna go and some of it may not. So we're gonna do it the best we can. And then we'll get to our next few steps of stuffing the rest of them and putting it in the Instant Pot. So we'll be right back to put that in. Okay, so I stuffed the eggplant nicely, but like I said, it may not work out for the potatoes. I tried the potatoes. I was trying to be an overachiever. Didn't work out. I just cut my potatoes in half, and then we'll put them in the Instant Pot and put some of the stuffing on top of each one, and just make sure that we get the seasonings on top of that. So the next few steps are pretty simple. You're just gonna close it after we get done putting all these things in. So I've turned the Instant Pot on saute mode. I've already put the oil in. It's already heated up. So your next steps are pretty easy. You're gonna put your asafoetida, and you're gonna let it just warm up in the oil. You can stir that up. And then you will have some stuffing left over. And we kind of helped you make the recipe that way to where you have stuffing left over. And what you're gonna do is put that into the pot. And I'm gonna save some because I have those potatoes, but you're gonna put most of it into the pot and spread it out. And then you're gonna put the water, and then we'll kind of get to the eggplants and potatoes in just a second. So you put the water, just make sure it's spread out at the bottom. And then you can start putting in your eggplant. And they may fall down, and it's all right. So kind of spread them out so that you can put the potatoes in after. We'll see if my design sticks. All right, and then your potatoes. Some are whole and some are half, but that's all right because it's all gonna get cooked in, so. Alrighty, so I had that extra stuffing left over, so I'm just gonna pour it on top of it. On each potato. And you can eat this with chapati or roti. You can also eat it with naan. It's totally up to you how you want to eat it. Some people, in traditional Indian Gujarati cooking, we also eat it with rice. So now it's pretty simple. You're just gonna turn, put your lid on, make sure the steam can't release. So you're gonna close that. And then we're gonna turn off saute mode. And you're gonna go to manual mode, 5 minutes. And then we'll come back once the alarm sounds off, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so our timer went off, and we're gonna go ahead and open this up. It already smells really good. You can smell all of the nice seasonings in there. And then we're ready to serve it. So you can see when you open it up that the eggplant is a little bit of a dull purple, not as bright as when we first started. And some of that, the stuffing will come out, and that's all right. But what we're gonna do is take out a potato and an eggplant for you to see. It smells so good. And you're gonna impress a lot of people with this dish, so definitely give it a try. But you can see all of the nice colors, the greens and the yellows and the eggplant purple. And then you can garnish this with some cilantro. And you're ready to eat this. So again, you can eat it with roti, with rice. Traditional Gujarati cuisines also give this with like a yogurty curry, and so they eat it together with that, and it's a nice comfort food. So really good dish. As you can see, really quick. I think you should definitely try it. Thanks to the mompreneur, Parul, for giving us this suggestion at Janam Maternity. I referenced her clothing line before. I really think if you're in that stage of breastfeeding a new baby, take a look at her line. Her link is gonna be on our website. I truly love it, and I would have definitely used it when I was pregnant. But for all those moms who are in that phase, definitely check out her website. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think that you'll really enjoy those flavors in there. Give a good impression to whoever you're cooking for. But let us know how it goes. Share some pictures. Give us some more suggestions. We're open to that, and I hope you subscribe down at the bottom. Thanks for watching, and look out for future videos.